Thank you, Peter, and hello from the great state of Maine. The rural American truth to power that I want to share with you today is that rural America can and must play a leadership role in responding to the climate crisis and, I might add, other environmental challenges. We've all heard about the green economy, and there are indeed opportunities for rural America in that, but we need to be part of defining what that economy is and ensuring that those jobs are jobs that pay decent wages with benefits, are part of a real career path with upward mobility, and that are good for the environment. You've probably heard a lot about jobs in energy efficiency and renewable energy, but there are also jobs in our traditional industries, such as sustainable agriculture and forestry and fishing, and industries in Maine like nature-based tourism. In Maine, for example, the average age of farmers is actually declining as younger people get into the industry, start and restart farms, and help our economies become green economies. To create a green economy, we need to take a triple bottom line approach. The triple bottom line takes into account economic feasibility, social equity and justice, and environmental stewardship, all as a return on investment. But it's important to note that projects don't always green themselves, nor do they necessarily create opportunities for people who are left out of the economic mainstream. We need to help do that. In Maine, for example, as a community development financial institution, we're able to direct capital to promising businesses in economically distressed communities. A recent one is in the town of Millinocket, where we helped invest in a nature-based tourism company that is creating a green economy in that part of the state. Now, national climate change legislation is going to create opportunities for rural America and help advance the green economy. But it too has to take into account those left out of the economic mainstream. This legislation is sorely needed, and we need it as soon as possible. But that legislation will create hardships for many people in this country, especially low-income people. The good news is that proposed legislation, depending on the form it takes, can generate more than enough funding to mitigate those impacts. Now this chart, well, first, the Congressional Budget Office estimates that depending on the form of climate change legislation to reduce greenhouse gases, that legislation will create upwards of $50 to $300 billion in revenues. This is a chart from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities here in Washington. They show that only 14% of that would be needed to mitigate the impact on low-income people. Much more of that can be used to invest in rural America and the green economy in rural America. Decision makers need to care about this because, first of all, the climate crisis is real, and we need to demonstrate the linkage of the crisis we face in rural America with that larger crisis. We have some of the badly needed solutions and can offer be a real part of the solution to this crisis. Thank you.